Hi, Alan.
Hi, good Erev Shabbos.
Okay, we're in Lamed Beis.
Yeah,
Lamed Beis. Mani Masnisa.
Lamed Bey, yeah, good morning.
Mani Masnisa. Who's the mission? Lo Rab Yosi v'lo Rabbana. The time. Misha Nada v'Avral Naziros. Somebody made a neder to be a nazir, and he drank wine. Ain't this kakim? You can't go to a chacham to be matir the neder.
Too late.
Elam kein moine ben isra kayomim shenoi ben hit. He has to have the same days of Isra as, the prohibited days along with the heter days. After he finishes 30 days of good Naziris, then he could go and ask the Shaila and not have to bring korbanos. So that's clearly not our mission. Rabbi Yossi Omer Dayo Shloshim Yoim. That means if he violated Naziris for 30 days or more, then is noyeg what then they can ask the Shaila. So Rabbanan Kasha Naziris Muetas. According to the Shita of the Chachamim, the Tanakama, then he'll never be able to count properly from the time of the neder. He has to add the days that he did beheter, which is not like our Mishnah. If he held in Naziris less than 30 days, it's not mitzaref, like we said according to Rabbi Yossi. So Ibai Sema Rabbi Yossi, Ibai Ema Rabba. Ibai Sema Rabbi Yossi, Kan ben Naziris Merubah, Kan Naziris Mueter. Ein Achanami, according to Rabbi Yossi, if he was over the Naziris less than 30 days, it works. He has to count always 30 days, which is exactly the way the Chachamim say. If he asked to be matir neder, and he had separated behemoths, we say they go out to graze. Rab Yirmiyah, from the Beis Shammai, we're going to understand Beis Hillel. Lavari Beis Shammai Hegdish B'tos Avi Hegdish. Didn't Beis Shammai say that even if you make a mistake, the Hegdish, how can it go back to this? The herd, given the Gloy Milsad Lav Shapir Nozar. Since we know in the end he wanted to reverse the Nazir, state Sevitir Be'eder. So after Beis Hillel Nami Af Agavda Amri Tmura B'tos Avi Tmura. Even though Beis Hillel holds if you make a Tmura by accident, the Tmura will hold. Animil Hechad Yisrael Leker Hegdish. When you make a Tmura, at least one of the animals is actually Hegdish. But when they undo it by asking the Chacham, there's no Hegdish Rishon anymore. Isakar Nami Tmura will say the same thing. You can go to a Chacham to be Oiker the statement that you made to make for an animal Hegdish in the first place. Amarma. There was examples that if you're counting Meiser Behema and you counted 9 animal, the 9th animal 10, or the 11th animal 10, they all become Hegdish. Itmar. Meiser of Nachman Amr, Ta'usav lo Kavanasa. Got to make a mistake. If you knew that it's the 9th animal, yet you're calling it 10, it doesn't become Kohen.
Why would he say that then? Why would, if he knew it, why would he say yes, sir?
He was, whatever, he said it. So it's only if he made a mistake. He thought that he's counting 10, then it works. But if he knows it's the 9th and he counts at 10, the kavana, it doesn't work. But Rav Chizr, no, just the opposite. If he makes a mistake, and even if he knows it's 9 and he calls it 10, it'll become Hegdish as well. Who said that it's only b'ta'uso, the amr ta'uso v'lo kavanoso, the Kabri Beis Shammai leBeis Hillel, and Beis Shammai said to Beis Hillel, "Yet moedim sheilu karlo chiasiv lasir chil achras lasir shloshim mikdoshim v'ishtiku Beis Hillel." Beis Hillel didn't respond. Lame alone. If you're correct, Beis Hillel should have responded, "Mala meiser shekain ena kodesh b'kavona." Maybe meiser because he didn't have kavona. That's why. So there's no raya to the case of Nazir, but they didn't say that. So on Rav Simi Barashi, Hainu time at the law the reason they didn't respond like that, the Kavachoimeru, Ma Meiser she'ena kodesh b'kavona. Meiser, if you try to do something by mistake, it doesn't become hektish. Yet kodesh b'tos, hektish kodesh b'kavona l'kol shekei. So certainly, if you magdish something in kavona, it certainly she's Kaddish B'tos, that if you make a mistake by Hegdish, that's what Beis Shammai will claim to Beis Hillel. Below he, the Hegdish B'daita the Mori Talo. Hegdish is Taloi in the Das of the Bailim. So you can't be Miskadish Ayidei Tos. But Meiser has nothing to do with the Das of the Bailim. It has to do with the count. So if you counted the 9th to 10th, it works as well. Mishnah. Misha Nader ben Nazir. He became a Nazir. He was mafresh korbanos. He went to go get it, and it was stolen. Now that it was stolen, he is regretting that he was a Nazir. If he had become a Nazir before the animal was stolen, it's not a good Pesach to be matur the neder. Like you can't use it because of an event that occurred. If he became a Nazir after the Gneva, he's not a Nazir. Because we see the whole Nazirus was betos. Because at the time that he declared his Nazirus, he didn't have any behemoths for korbanos. Yet he was being soymech his das on that. V'zu tos to Nachum Amadi. Nachum Amadi made a mistake in this din. K'sha'al Nazirin HaGoyla. Nazirin came up with Ezra Soifer from Bavel. Umatzu Beis HaMikdash Charav. The Beis HaMikdash was destroyed. Arbalem Nachum Amadi Ilu Hayisam Yodim Shebeis HaMikdash Charav. Hayisam Nazir. If you knew that the Beis HaMikdash was going to be destroyed, would you become a Nazir? Amrullah. V'tira Nachum Amadi. If he made a Naziris when the Beis HaMikdash was still Kayim, he's a Nazir. Umishachar Beis HaMikdash ain't a Nazir. Amar Rabbi Shtafur Rabban Rabbi Eliezer v'Ukmi B'Shitasayu. Rabbi said that they uprooted, the Chacham uprooted Rabbi Eliezer, and they made him change his mind. And they made Rabbi Eliezer hold like the Chachamim. V'Amar Rav, Afal Gavdam Rabbana Ein Poskim B'Noilad. When you come to Matir Neder, that you can, even something that does not exist yet. Like you could say to the guy who made the neder, if you would have known that such and such would have happened, would you have made the neder? Elu div Rabbi Eliezer. Chachamim moisrim, the Chacham don't allow. And Rabbi Eliezer doesn't argue in our Mishnahs. You see, they hold like the Chachamim. There is something similar, and we'll explain what it is. If somebody would have come to you before you made your neder, said that the Beis HaMikdash was destroyed, having that reason, would you have made the neder? If they said no, so even though this issue of the Churban is a noilid, it was always a possibility that it could destroy, even when he made the neder. So that way he could be mat to the neder. If I would have been there, I would have said, Haksiv, Eichal Hashem, Eichal Hashem, Eichal Hashem Heima. Ze Migdash Rishon and Migdash Sheni, 3 times. And there's going to be a third base of Migdash. So they should have had in mind that the base of Migdash could be destroyed. Fine. They might have known through that nevuah that it was going to be destroyed, but they would not know when. Since they wouldn't know when, maybe it's not a good Pesach. Amr Abaya, they did know when. There's going to be 70 yoivels, right? 70 times 50, or 70, it's going to be 490 years after the Churban of Bais Rishon that the Bais Sheni is going to be destroyed. But you don't know what day it's going to be. So the Nazir would not really have anything to stand on to use as a Pesach. Hari Malachim Baderech. They were walking, a whole group of people were walking. Somebody walks up to them. And one of the groups, I think this is Chaim Yankel. I'm going to be a Nazir if it's Chaim Yankel. No, I'm going to be a Nazir, it's not Chaim Yankel. And a third guy in the group says, already Nazir Shech become Nazir. I'm going to become a Nazir if one of you is a Nazir. And a fourth guy says, Shein became Nazir. And a fifth guy says, Sheshnechem Nazir. And a sixth guy says, Shekulchem Nazir. Beishamai Oimrim Kulan Nazirim. Even though they made a mistake. They used the word Neder Nazirus from their mouth. And even Nazirus Betos becomes a Nazir. The guy who's a Nazir is the person where his words were not fulfilled. None of them is a Nazir. Even the one that was Miskayim is Tvarim. Because you have to make Neder Nazirus Bevados, not Sofik. And nobody really knew what exactly Bevados, what they were talking about. Yutir la'achrav. Let's say the guy was walking to them, and then he turned around and ran away. So we don't never know who he is. So then ain't a nazir. Nobody's a nazir. Because it's a suffix nazirus, we go lahakia. Reb Shimon or Yoimar, no. Each person could say, Im hayagidvarai, if it was like what I thought it was, I already know but then I'm an obligatory nazir. The im lav, I already nazir nadova. I'm a donative nazir. I don't send the Gemara says, Mishalon Niskamut Varo, am I having nazir? The Mishnah says, Beisil Oimrim, Ein a nazir, Ela Mishalon Niskamut. It doesn't make sense. On Ravida, Ema Mishan Niskamut Varo. You have to amend the words of the Mishnah. It means his words were miskayim. Okay. We're going to learn tomorrow at 7:30 the Daf Yomi, and at 8 o'clock we're going to start Malachim. Mario, we have to do some publicity to let people know we're starting Sefer Malachim to get people excited. New people can join.
Well, how do you want to do that?
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
We have to send a blast or something. I don't know.
All right.
Incentive. Some incentive, right? What's the incentive?
No.